Hi everyone, welcome to the next edition of Tuesday Tips. Now today we're going to be looking at elbow health for wheelchair users. Now, time and time again, when working with clients who use wheelchairs, I've come across people complaining about elbow pain. And this can radiate in and around the bottom of the tricep, over on the inside, or at the bottom of the forearm. Now, there could be lots of causes for this, but a lot of the time it's just one of those things that some people have to deal with when using a self-propelled wheelchair. So today we're going to look at some ways to try and alleviate some of that pain. So today we're going to be looking at a couple of techniques to maintain healthy elbows and also alleviate elbow pain. Now, what you'll find quite commonly when using a self-propelled wheelchair is that you can get overly tight forearms. Now, this is through use of your grip and turning of the wrist. It's a multi-directional joint, but mainly the flexors, which flex the wrist, are the culprit if it's the forearm side of things. Triceps, there's a lot of tricep activation when you're self-propelling because you're extending your arms, and these can become overly tight as well in at the base. That can be a major culprit as well, or it can sometimes be a combination of the both. So what we're going to look at today is some stretching techniques and also a not so common technique using a lacrosse ball. So first off, we're going to look at the forearms. Now, good common practice before doing any exercise, or say if you are going to go out in your chair, is to perform some wrist rolling. So you would interlock the fingers, move your hands back and forward, and then try and get some multi-directional movement in there as well. Wrist rolling. If you've got issues with your wrist, just hold your hands over the sides, move your hands back and forwards, try and get them turning. Okay. What this does is this helps unlock all the muscles and warm up all the muscles in and around your forearm. Okay. Stretching techniques. So what we're going to look at first is a very straightforward stretching technique for the forearms. It also links into your biceps. What we're going to do is we're going to interlock the fingers, okay, at the chest, and you're going to reach out under control up until that point where you feel that the forearms are getting a good stretch in there, okay? When you're in the extended point, what you're going to do then is you're not just going to let go, you're going to bring it back in before you release. Never just hang out with a stretch. It's not very good for the joints, and it's not very good for your connective tissues like tendons and ligaments. Second stretch that you can do, if you are quite mobile in and around your wrists and you feel like this is just not doing it for you, what you can do is you can use the use of a wall. What you want to do is you're going to put your hand on the wall, okay, and slowly push yourself in. I'm quite flexible in and around the wrist and the elbow, okay. For some, you may just literally put your hand on the wall and you'll feel it straight away. This is a really good forearm stretch that can be performed daily. I do these daily because I've got some issues with my elbows. Quite a feat. So if you aren't very flexible in around the wrist and the elbow, I would say probably stay away from that one. So from the other side, what it would look like is putting your hand into the wall, okay, nice and easy, pushing into it, and as I mentioned before, you always come out with a stretch the way you went in, nice and slow and smooth. So next up, we're going to be looking at the triceps. Very straightforward stretches, okay. The first one, if you're not quite mobile with your shoulders, if you've got poor shoulder mobility, this is going to be a bit of a task for you. So maybe hang on for the second one, okay? So the first stretch I'm going to do first is a tricep stretch. So what you're trying to do essentially is touch in between your shoulder blades, and what I'm doing with my right hand is just assisting a little bit more. You'll feel that straight away down your the tricep. It also links into your underarms as well. So it's quite a beneficial stretch, but as I say, if your shoulder mobility isn't that great, it's a bit of a task to get into that position. One thing I've picked up over the years is that if that is the case, come back to the wall again. So what you're going to do is you're going to try and put your hand into that position, okay? And as soon as where your stopping is, I would say use that point to the wall. And what you're going to do is you're going to try and scooch your arm up the wall and stretch out the tricep, but bring this part of your body down And you will feel that on the tricep, okay? And what you can do is you can root around and try and find the best position for yourself to feel that stretch in the tricep. Very, very simple stretch, but very beneficial for your elbow health. So next up, we are going to be using a lacrosse ball, or you can use a tennis ball. Lacrosse ball is a bit tougher. And what we're going to be doing with it is administering some self-massage, and we're going to be looking to break down some tough tissues in the base of the forearm and the base of the tricep. Right guys, so forearm first, what we're going to do is we're going to place the ball underneath the forearm, okay? Palms facing down, we're just going to do small circles and back and forward motions, okay? What you can do is you can actually grip, grip, grip as you go, okay? It's all about rooting around and finding those tough spots, alright? And also you can turn the forearm over, okay? Making sure that you are getting the muscle tissue, not your bone there, okay? Same again, small circles, if you need to bring it back, small circles, nice long runs, things like that, okay? And again, you can flex your grip as well. Triceps, we're going to put it under the base of the tricep, okay? And again, small circles, alright? And also, if you wanted to, you can put your arm out and you can do long runs as well, okay? That feels very good, and this is a great technique, breaking down all those tough tissues. Well, that's it guys, hope you found it useful. Some great techniques there that can be used to alleviate elbow pain and tightness in and around the forearm and the tricep. Feel free to combine them all together as a kind of like a elbow health routine. So that's it from me today. Tune in next week for my next Tuesday tip, and hopefully see you all soon. Stay safe guys, see ya.